My name is Rhapsody and welcome back to Curse of the Dead Gods. I think it's time. Plus 30% base per other cursed weapon equipped. There's the Desperation Flail as well. Extra per point of stamina, and then Storm's Point. None of those are awful. Slaver's Mace. We usually upgrade to a different weapon by the time the champions, by the time the elites start showing up. The rest of those are reasonably effective. What do we have down here, though? Ooh, it's a claw. Charged attacks weaken enemies. Primitive spear. Maybe we can't afford to buy a reroll at all. That's fine. We also can't really unlock any of those at the moment. That's also fine. We're not going to be doing another parry-heavy run. When I say I think it's time, what I mean is I think it's time. All damage taken is increased. Healing rooms more scarce. Enemies and traps have increased power. Elite enemies attack faster. The one out of those that is going to be very, very tormentous to us is elite enemies attack faster. But I think I can basically just run the same build as I was using prior. As long as I'm more careful about those elite enemies. Now, each attack consumes 10 gold. Pretty rough to take early on when I'm using Sashal's treasures. So that's just not necessarily the downside that we want. Slaver's Mace, Bone Shard Whip, and the Scorpion Spear seem reasonable. We could just go with the claws instead, though. The whip that weakens enemies is pretty particularly powerful. Sure, we'll take that, actually. And then Path to Cruelty, Hubris, and Insanity. Let's go with Cruelty first, because Jaguar is the easiest temple for me, at the absolute least. Sure. I would have liked gold before stats, because it seems quite unlikely I'm going to be able to buy both of them, but I do want to buy with gold as much as I can so that I can try and get as much perception as possible. So I may end up just buying 5 rather than the 5 and 5, which is always a pretty sad story, but gotta happen, you know? Ooh, downgrade my claws, maybe? It's actually kind of a side grade. So this gives us the ability, if we should upgrade the claws, to upgrade them and possibly get a different affix instead of the 20% for a pistol. You know what? Let's do that. Let's actually try. Especially because the trashing bonus there wasn't going to be relevant for us at all. If the trashing relic would have been relevant, then, well, I probably would have gone for that, eh? Make sure that I keep up the greed kills as best as possible. Beautiful. That is the completion of the room. We did not get enough gold to get both, because of course we didn't. I'll take Yantz's gift, paying for it so that I get some perception. You also get the 1 dex from Grace of the Tempest. So far we've scammed the game into giving us a dex and 2 perception. I'm having some perception before I start going to a room that actually contains a bunch of gold, such as this. Needed to make sure that I left myself with enough stamina to get out of there, because it was getting pretty spicy. Whoa, each greed kill removes a corruption, baby! Maybe I would have turned that down for 3 perception at this point, but not 1. No. I'm going to be carrying this relic for a really long time. So that's interesting. I did take damage to a burn there. However, it did not turn off my greed kills. Guess I don't need to be as scared of those, as well as of poison pits. -10 to gold offering cost. Yeah, again, it's offering me that up against healing for literally 4 HP. So I'm probably going to take the -10 gold offering cost right there. Okay, if I can perfect this room, we're going to be in a great shape. Ooh. That was a rude attempt at an attack, friend. Let's try and keep our perfects. Still. Oh, beautiful. Okay. What do you got for us? Offhand combos deal critical damage. It's got poison attacks. It's got 10% to its base damage. It's a Yes? Yes? What do we go for the Feathered Spear? Feathered Spear is quite good. It's also level 2 by base. No, I'm taking the Serpent Blade. Offhand combos deal critical damage. Let's try and utilize the offhand combo situation with the Claw, right? The one where you go, huh, huh. There you go. Right? And do a bunch of... Well, offhand combos deal critical damage. Offhand combos were already always going to be dealing critical damage with this weapon. In that combo specifically. Because in that combo, you dive behind the enemy and daggers crit from behind. So... That said, it still does good damage. -4 corruption versus 15. Definitely take +1 to wall. Yeah, we'll take the crit damage based on what we're kind of trying to do right now. Yeah, there's no extra rooms out there, I don't think, right now. Not with this layout of the map, at least. Now, I'll try and leave a Death Wife alive for a while, at least until I investigate the other wall, and found, just as I did there, that the other wall was bare. Definitely take both of the bonuses here. We've already broken outside of golds being a problem. Upgrade, 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 upgrade. Yep. Yeah, I'll upgrade this dagger. I think I'm going to be keeping this dagger for a fair while. Definitely got to take it over the Lamat there. Oh my god. Okay, so... As it turns out, if I just naturally offhand combo here a lot, that was really good. I mean, the claw finishes suck, so why wouldn't I use offhand combos instead? Especially if they're critting anyway. Definitely the Serpent Blade. Definitely the Serpent Blade. I want my next weapon pick up at the start of the next floor. We can even see weapon, space, as in gold. Upgrade, upgrade. Oh, that's a spicy path. I don't know what it is, but recently, demonstrated in that previous sentence, certainly. What's the technical name for it? It's the low vocal fry. That's it. I don't know what it is, but recently it's just been working its way a lot more into my speech. I'm not displeased about it. It's just something I've been noticing a lot recently. Like, if I had a different kind of microphone, or maybe even just different microphone settings, this would sound real... One sec. Beautiful. It'd sound real artificially deep. My voice is quite deep, but the presenter's tone, not too different to the way that I speak in kind of just like an animated fashion. In fact, it's basically exactly how I speak in an animated fashion. But it's definitely less deep than the typical. Plus 6% base damage per 1,000 gold carried up to 10 times is pretty appealing, but we're really looking for what? Anti-attrition? I mean, yes, but crit damage? Yes. That actually feels like it at the moment. Though next floor I have to get a weapon and then 2 upgrades. I'm not going to be able to hold more than 1,000 gold at for very long periods of time. I could take the Ring of Purity as a way to try and just manage all of my greed. But I don't intend on... Sorry, manage all my corruption. But I don't really intend on buying things with blood, because buying them with money is way better off for us. I think we just reroll. +1 level on your secondary weapon. Literally the weapon that I'm already using is my kind of powerful one. That's worth. At this rate, we may actually end up upgrading the Serpent Blade 2 more times. I guess also poison damage relics matter to me now. Interesting. Hello, bud. I'm gonna have a go. You think you're enough, mate? Look at that damage. That's the quickest kill on a champion I've ever had. And we just did that with a 60 times greed kill multiplier. Oh, that's money, baby. Remove a curse. I have none to remove at the moment. Spark Hammer. Removes a corruption per enemy killed. Level higher, current weapon. Titan Slayer. Ooh, this one gives us 3 constitution for turning it down, though. But it is a heavy weapon. It does deal critical damage to elite champions and bosses, but it's also not my other weapon, so I'm going to destroy it. This one's weird. Plus 100% damage taken, so only when I have Bloodstake out will I be paying that fine. But it's only really going to be valuable to use should I find Cursed Relics, but there's no reason not to take it right now, either. This is the weird one. I think I do, because plus 20% damage against uninjured enemies, I hit the enemy with a Spark Hammer, and then I use my offhand combo, large majority of the time. God. That's pretty good path as well, but it's definitely weapon, space, upgrade, upgrade. The 2 upgrades being in a row against one another, and especially being able to double upgrade the Serpent Blade, which is doing all of our work for us right now. No! Okay. Barely keeping it on here. Ooh. Okay. Perfect amount of greed kills. I'm fine with losing them now. Not actually fine with losing them. It's just need a wee bit more damage so that we can confirm that we killed this. Stinglash. No, but plus 30% against elite champions and bosses. Scales with Dex. Storm's Point's actually really good here. Scales with Perception, plus 20% critical damage. You can force crits with spears by standing at the right range. But what I'm really looking for is a main hand weapon that isn't as slow as a mace. Be still, my beating heart. Actually, wow, it's a War Mark-on-Eye. If that was a sacrificial Mark-on-Eye, I probably would take it. But it's the Claws of Evisceration here 100% of the time. Plus 20% critical damage. It's great for finishing off enemies because it also definitely crits if the enemy is 30% or lower on HP. Just a great weapon. Which we see less often now, having unlocked so many more weapons. I'm trying not to overutilize the offhand combo, but it is also what I'm built around right now, so what is overutilized and what is utilized in this circumstance? I never know which way to go in these rooms anymore. There's just so many of them. Oh, okay, so we're not even getting locked here, which means this is definitely the correct way to go. Try and lock that in for the future. Plus 2 perception, plus 20% damage. Base damage, rather, for heavy weapons. I'm unlikely to change to heavy weapons at this point. I'll take that money. Remember when I said I wasn't going to be holding thousands of gold at the same time? I wasn't accounting for the fact that I was about to kill a champion with a 60 multiplier on my greed kills. I can't believe I actually got you to open that as well. Regain 12% of max health when you walk through a door, and it has 4 dexterity for picking it up. That's great anti-attrition. I have to take it. As much as, like, I don't need anti-attrition right now, but as soon as I need it, I will have needed it for a while. So, let's actually take it. $81. Try not to focus on it, Raps, otherwise you will screw it up. Not yet. I will, but not yet. Oh my god, these upgrades are going to be so good. And I can afford both of them. Oh. Ah, yeah, there it goes. Had to happen sooner or later. I'm honestly glad it did, because it was really stressing me out. It was also definitely preventing me from parrying in situations where I otherwise would have liked to. Okay. Good kills there. Wind Fury Pike. I definitely trashed that. We get 12% of our max HP for entering the next room as well. So we'll be back on full HP. We miss out on a point of Dex, unfortunately. And unfortunately, this also will put us on the line with a haven that I don't really want to enter. I thought healing rooms were more rare in this. Huh. I've got to remind myself that you can... Nice. I can just hit an enemy a number of times before I try and do the finisher. Perfection. Removes the corruption per enemy killed. Obviously, no. We'll upgrade the Serpent Blade one more time. Level 6 on you. Gain a point of dex, gain another point of dex for leaving this next room. And, like, honestly, the fact that we get a dex for just leaving the room without taking damage is, to me, a very big consolation. Challenge. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. This isn't good at AoE, and that's really one of the big things you want in challenge rooms. I'm not probably going to want to swap to using Bloodstake at all. Well, that's still pretty quick if you ask me. Evading a attack with the offhand combo fully resource stamina. Yeah, no thank you. I'll lose 12 corruption there instead. Gain a redonkulous amount of gold. Yeah, I really missed the gleaming sapphire that I turned down. I would have plus 60% damage at the moment. It would be, a what? That's a huge mistake I made. Couldn't get that parry. Weird. I was almost certain I had the right timing on that. Okay. I actually know what's going on. My character started to drift a little bit there, so my controller was just having some connection issues. And also that second parry, by the way, I should have gotten that one too. That one I failed. That one's on me. On. There we go. Just wanted to get a couple extra parries out there in case we got the weapon drop. But even if we do get the weapon drop, I'm certainly not going to use it, so... Yeah, nothing. Ooh. Also on fire attacks? I mean, that is my main... No, my main weapon isn't fire attacks anymore. 4 perception there, definitely. 18% of max HP. Sure. How many upgrades? So I can just get the one upgrade. Double stats near the end looks really good to me too. Okay. That was really bad. Rolling out on one enemy got me into another. Charge the wrong attack. Okay. Don't let this tilt you, Raps. This is the exact kind of thing that tilts you. And then you do worse than you otherwise would have. So if you're worried about your performance in a game, then best way to not have a bad performance you have to worry about is to not worry about your performance in a game. That feels like I'm having a bit of a catch-22 kind of situation, which is obviously when a person would stay out on a boat to catch, that's right, 22 fish. Ooh. Yeah, Elite's attack faster really got me there. Gave me the absolute works. feeling pretty rough in terms of that old Achba. It's the fun new way I say HB. Thankfully, the dagger is very effective against elite champions and bosses in particular. I mean, that was basically as fast as the last one. 6% of a gold offering amount. Yeah. It's very low, but I still need it. And it's pretty relevant when I have this much money to burn. I'm very likely to buy a weapon here literally just for the healing and the perception. Oh, right, yeah, they attack faster. Again, I was like, that shouldn't have hit. What? I rolled in time. Old muscle memory, babe. Gotta get new ones. Again. You can even see, because they just use the same attack, like, one after another, the difference, and it is real substantial. It's this one. Crit damage and a lot of perception? 7 blade that's just worse than the current one we have. God, would I change my main hand weapon? Probably not. Each greed kill removes 1 corruption. We're coming up on that no longer really being relevant, so I may end up taking that. Let's reroll here. No. Nope. No across the board. None of those are particularly interesting to me. This is a poison modified weapon, which would make it quite good. Deals critical damage to weakened enemies. Yeah. Yeah, there's a poison modified weapon, which would make it quite good should I get a relic that enhances our poison damage, but we're not necessarily aiming for those. We're going for stats after this point. Scales with Constitution, my worst stat. Probably not. Silver stars. Main weapon throwing. Unfortunately, I would have to be very up close and personal. Like, I have to be up close and personal to use the dagger offhand, so I can't start from afar with the silver star. I guess I'm okay taking Jaguar now. This was also basically our last opportunity to use rerolls. Just because we're now going attributes and then challenge room and then attributes. We'll do really well against the final boss. I can tell you that much for free. Just as long as we get there. Ooh, 16 corruption removal right there. Love that. 12 max HP as well. Thank you. I actually specifically thought, hang on, this is an elite. I need to roll faster than I would on the circular attack they're about to do. And then they did it. Obviously, didn't have the time to actually say that part out loud. Nice. Okay, so I can get 4 strikes out and then use my offhand combo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He hit me on the backswing! Oh my god, the amount of HP that did to us. Oh boy. That was bad. Anti-attrition suddenly matters a whole lot more. And it already mattered a lot. God, maybe I go to the unknown just in case it is a haven. Feels bad, but I think it's probably the right idea. This is the only time I've ever wanted this to be a haven, and it's not. Okay. Perfect dodges no longer restore stamina, but they do give us a larger window. It's a challenge room, so it's the same as what I would have gotten had I gone the other side. Whoop. Gotta roll through you and then finally get you from behind. Watch a ring. Healing when an enemy is killed by the environment. We do not have many opportunities to take advantage of that anymore. We also don't really have a great weapon set for taking advantage of that. Right, let's go get some addies. Fun new way I refer to attributes where you think about it. Perfect. Yeah, I guess I lower the corruption there. No reason to do anything else. Gotta have another battle room up here somewhere. Damn it. It was gonna be safer to roll less there. Evidently no. While I'm rolling, I can't see where the spikes are because of the darkness effect. It's been a little bit frustrating. But ultimately, I think we'll be okay. There's another battle room out here. Perfect. What do you got for us, bud? Plus 20% base damage on daggers? Okay. Yeah. Sure. Of course I'll take that. All right, boss. Might as well call me the developer because it's time for you to meet your maker. Whoa, nice. Dang. Get some crits in from behind. Thank you for stopping, ruining the entire arena just to mess with me. I really wanted to continue that attack pattern, but I knew better than to tempt fate there. No! No more damage to me, please. No! What? That single hit did 1,200 damage. But that was otherwise an incredibly, incredibly good run for us. Wow. Guess I got to be a lot more worried about that. I actually kind of like that I died there, to be entirely honest. Like, there was part of me that was like, oh yeah, you're gonna dunk the first hard challenge in the first attempt. Sweet, good work, Raps. And then there was another part of me that was like, oh, but you could grow. If you lost, you could grow. Now we have room to grow. For the moment, though. My name has been Rhapsody. The name of the game has been Curse of the Dead Gods. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourselves. There's a playlist in the description down below with all of my content on this game, past, present, and future. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we'll see you next time.